Hi YouTube, it's another Blue Eyes Ken, and yep, as you can probably guess from the title, this is another Blue Eyes White Dragon deck update. And basically, as I said in the previous video, when I showed you what I swapped Yubel out for Light and Darkness Dragon, if there were going to be any more changes to the deck, then obviously I put up a full video to let you guys see what the changes were. And I have made a couple more changes, and hopefully, if Hail Shade will permit me, we're going to have some recorded Skype deals so you guys can see the deck in action, and they should be posted after this video, hopefully, pretty soon. So I hope you guys enjoy this deck review, and let's get started, shall we? Okay, Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. 1 Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, my absolutely favourite monster. 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, you need 3 to make it a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. 3 White Stones of Legends, or 3 baby bluey woolies as I like to call them. Basically level 1 tuner. When they're sent to the grave via any method, then I automatically get a Blue Eyes to hand. And the card I swapped your bell for, 1 Light and Darkness Dragon, just basically to lock down the field, negate effects and that, activation effects and everything, and if it blows up or if it's destroyed, then I can special summon a monster back from the grave as long as it's not itself. 1 Prime Material Dragon, basically discard a card to negate destruction effects, and of course when any burn damage inflicted is instead turned into life gain. 1 Vice Dragon, the Cyber Dragon of the deck, summon it for synchro summons because it's level 5, or use it for tribute. 2 Mirage Dragons to negate the activations of trap cards in the battle phase, so good against things like Mirror Force, Magic Cylinder, D-Prison, is it D-Prison? Dimensional Prison, that sort of thing. 2 Delta Flyer, I really do like this card. I mean, it's a level 3 Dragon Tuner searchable by Mass Dragon and by Sangan and that, if you and Dread Dragon if you decide to use those kind of cards. And basically it increases the other monsters on your field by 1 once per turn, so it makes summoning synchroing into level 7s and above really easy. And this is the first change. I've only got 2 Mass Dragon in the deck now, and basically with 3 my deck was thinning out very quickly. I mean, I know it's a good thing to have the deck thin, but the rate mine was thinning at, I was nearly decking out in some long duels I've had against like Halo Shade, Dark Magician 84, Scapegoat User, Neo Nexus and everybody, so I decided to put it down to 2 to make room for another monster, which I'll show you guys later. 1 Honest, to drop on my light monsters so they can gain the attack points of the opponent's monster. Because it's only at 1 now, I need to learn how to time this correctly, but that's the fun of it. Now this is the first change. Totem Dragon, I did say I was going to add it, I was thinking about adding it in, and I did, because it's just really good for the deck. I mean, I've got Light and Darkness Dragon, got 3 Blue Eyes, got Prime Material Dragon, sorry, and Vice Dragon, which can use sacrifices and that. And of course I've only got 3 non-dragons in the deck, so there's a very, very low chance that this, would be mixed in with another monster and it can't activate its secondary effect. But I can Monster Reborn it, use Pot of Avarice, whatever, summon it to the field, tribute it for Blue Eyes or even Light and Darkness Dragon, which is the main reason. Dandelion, basically when it's sent to the grave by any means, I get 2 fluff tokens. I can use it for synchroing or for tribute abilities and that. Partially the main reason why Light and Darkness, again, I added it because Light and Darkness can't be special summons, it can only be tribute summons, and since my deck relies heavily on special summon, I had to look for sort of general cards that could work for both the Blue Eyes and Light and Darkness Dragon. Treeborn Frog, I did have this as a second Totem Dragon until Dark Magician 84 kindly pointed out how was I going to synchro it into Formula Synchron, so thank you Dark Magician 84 for that notice. So yeah, again, this is mainly for synchro abilities and for tribute abilities, and it's a level 1, I can get into Formula Synchron quite easily with that and a White Stone of Legend. Okay, 1 Polymerization, basic staple for the deck to get an Ultimate Dragon. 2 Dragon's Mirrors to remove from play the Blue Eyes in in the field or grave to get out 2 ultimate dragons, comboed with a burial from a different dimension. You know, I can get the blue eyes back in the grave and then use the second dragon's mirror or polymerization depending. 3 ancient rules to special summon blue eyes from the hand. Still prefer this over Kyberman really, because it just allows me to have an extra summon in the turn, even though I have to be wary of things like, you know, Transfer Tribute and that. 1 hand destruction, each player discards 2, draws 2. 1 pot of avarice to reuse monsters in the graveyard and to draw 2 cards. 1 cards of consonants to combo with the white stone, so I get 3 cards instead of 2. 1 pot of duality to quote Max Warrior 72, see 3 turns into the future and add a card to your hand. Can't special summon on that turn, which is a bummer, but you know, you can get around it. 1 gold sarcophagus to search out any card I need in the deck. 1 Swords of Revealing Light to stall the opponent. 1 Lightning Vortex to destroy face-up monsters on the opponent's side of the field. Still prefer this over Dark Hole. I'm still not keen on Dark Hole. This actually combos better because, you know, I can discard White Stone, Totem Dragon, Treeborn Frog, or even Blue Eyes and that to get the fusions and that. 1 Mystical Space Typhoon. I was considering adding a second one in. I know I've said that nearly every video, but I was seriously considering it again. But you know, I've got Light and Darkness Dragon, Prime Material, Stardust Dragon, Shooting Star Dragon, 2 Mirage Dragons. I think that's enough, you know, negation and stuff like that. So yeah, can't think of the word right now, but 1 Monster Reborn to resurrect monsters from either graveyard. 1 Mirror Force, basic staple for most decks now. Negate an opponent's monster's attack and destroy all monsters in attack position. Very nasty. 1 Mirror Wall, basically really combos really well with the deck. You try and attack me with a Shooting Star Dragon, its attack cut in half. It can't negate it or anything like that. The only thing I need to worry about is Dust Tornadoes, 7 Tools of the Bandit, Mystical Space Typhoon. 1 Magic Cylinder to negate an attack and inflict burn damage. I still prefer it at 1 because, as I keep saying, if you play the cards right, you can end the game pretty quickly. And this is the other change. I've taken out Wild Recruit and swapped it for Solemn Judgment. Now if you recall in previous videos, I used to say Solemn Judgment was a very good card, but every time I played it I would lose. Now that was partially due to timing. I wasn't very good with the timing in that, but I thought I'd give it a try again. Just because it's termed as the ultimate counter card. You know, pay half your life points, which is quite heavy, and you can negate the activation of spells, traps, normal summons, split summons, special summons, and destroy the spell, trap, or summoned monster. I think that would be very, very useful for late game if I play it right. So, as I said, I'm going to give it another try, see how it goes, and yeah, if it doesn't work, I'll just swap it back to Walbaku. Okay, extra deck now. Of course, staple, 3 Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragons, 45 attack beat stick. 1 Formula Synchro, and when it's Synchro Summoned I get to draw a card, and I can Synchro Summon with it in my opponent's main phase, as well as my own. 1 Magical Android, just for life point gain. 1 Iron Chain Dragon, a level 6 25 attack beat stick. 1 Black Rose Dragon. I think, as I said, I believe 1's enough. You don't need 3 to reset the field unless you have strategies revolving around that. And now that I've got Dandelion back in the deck, I can use her secondary ability now, which makes me very happy. 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon, basically just a defensive monster, and I can get round certain spell cards like the Dragon Canyons, Necro Valley and that, and also she can special summon level 4 or lower monsters if needed. 1 Black Feather Dragon or Black Wing Dragon, just to negate burn damage and inflict it back to your opponent. 1 Red Dragon Archfiend or Red Daemon's Dragon to get around defensive monsters. 1 Stardust Dragon to negate destruction effects. 1 Dark End Dragon to get around Stardust Dragons and Shooting Star Dragons by sending them to the graveyard. My favourite Synchro Dragon, Light End Dragon. Basically, I attack your monster, this card loses 500 attack and defense, your monster loses 1500 attack and defense. Basically, as I said, drop this with an honest and bit of an ouch. And finally, one shooting star dragon to negate destruction effects and to stop attacks, and if I had more tuners in the graveyard, I would, you know, to attack multiple times, but I don't have very many tuners, so first effect won't really be useful unless I'm very lucky to get some tuners in my if I do use it. So yeah, that is the updated Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'm pretty sure quite a few of my subscribers and that would be very happy with the changes I've made, because the deck is now more dragon based now, and it's got, I think it's got pretty good monster capabilities and everything. But as I said, hopefully if I can get some Skype duels up of the deck in action, then obviously you can judge for yourself if it's gotten better, or you know, if I need to still make any more changes. But anyway, as I said, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys in the next couple of videos, which will hopefully be Skype duels. So till then, everybody, take care, and I'll see you later. Bye!